Alright, today we're gonna watch a speedrun of Legend of Zelda II The Adventure of Link. Wow, so any percent means basically anything goes, out of bounds, memory corruption glitches. This speedrun sucks, I'm gonna be honest. I like playing this game, but this is a brutal category. We're gonna take it step by step. I'm not gonna tell you everything up front. I'll tell you as it happens because it'll be easier to explain as you watch. So we're gonna watch it together. Basically, the point of this run is to get what we need to get into Palace 7, which is the final area, and defeat Dark Link. We're gonna skip a whole lot of stuff along the way. We're going to be wildly underleveled. It's going to be a fun ride. So the very first thing we have to do is enter this town, and we get to do a double frame perfect glitch. Just to start the run, we have to do this. So we're going to talk to this healer on a specific frame, and then talk to her again. Oh, we failed. Let's restart. I don't know how many times I have to restart. I don't remember. Basically, you have to talk to her on a specific frame. You can kind of judge it by the pixels she's standing on. The problem is, the healer only moves one pixel every 2 frames, and you have to guess which frame is the right one. So if it looks good, I go ahead and go for the second button press, and I get it. So what happens is she walks up an invisible staircase. You want to watch it again? Let's watch that again. Let's go back. So talk to her again right there. It's perfect, or it might be. You have a 50-50 chance because she might not be on the right frame. Then talk to her again. It's really a crapshoot because you have to push the button so quickly again. And if you're right, she'll turn around and she'll walk up a staircase to nothing. And you head into the door. So if you're familiar with the Hulahan room in A Link to the Past, this is a similar thing. The game doesn't know where to send you when you walk through that door, so it sends you into something we call Glitch Town. And if you walk out Glitch Town to the right, you end up in King's Tomb, which gets us closer to getting the hammer. The hammer is the first thing we want to get. And on the way to the hammer, we're going to have to kill some enemies. Yes, we are 1-1-1. And we have to kill this red dyer. I remember hating these things when I was a kid, and now we get to fight them with no levels. So we're trying to get past these guys without getting hit. It's actually harder than it looks, so I take damage and I lose sword beams, which is going to be kind of a problem coming up. For now, we just proceed backwards. I think backwards. I don't think you're supposed to go this way normally. And yeah, this is the first dark room. We're not going to get the candle either, so we have to do all the dark rooms. Alright, this hole is Hammer Cave, so we're already close to getting the hammer. Oh yeah, and guess what? We get to kill those red dyers in the dark now. You can barely see the outline of their shadow on the ground. They take 12 hits with a level 1 sword upgrade, which isn't really an upgrade. But we have to kill them because we need to get some of these levels. We're going to finish the game with only 2 sword, 2 life, and 5 magic. There are more invisible enemies in this room. Without sword beams, you're probably just going to die. You'll see them now. I think I'm able to zap them this time. Yeah, these 3 guys. This is just an orange dyer. He's much easier. Now that we get sword 2, we can kill these guys a little more easily. Here's another red one. And they hurt. Basically 2 hits and you're dead. Right here there's an enemy. I have to wait to see which way he goes so he doesn't knock me into the lava. Yeah, there's invisible lava in these pits. Finally, we're in the room with the hammer. Kill the 2 guys in here. If it wasn't bad enough, now we have to hope this guy drops a point bag. If he doesn't, the run is basically over, because we need to be able to buy Magic 3 here. So we grab the hammer, pause the game, press up A on controller 2. That is a death warp, which lets you start back at the, start. And doing that not only resets your position to the original palace over there, it also gives you your life and magic and your extra mans back. It also empties out your experience bar too. So now we get to collect basically all the other stuff we need to start traveling to Palace 7. So that trophy is needed for this town so we can learn the jump spell, which we're just going to go grab now. A lot of this is just boring errands. Alright, we've got jump immediately up A and go back to the start again. For the next town, we're going to have to get the medicine bottle. In that town, we're going to get down stab, which we had to have jump to reach down stab man, and we need the medicine bottle so that we can learn the fairy spell. That's going to be everything we need, apart from the glove, and we'll get the glove later. We have to glitch the hell out of the game just to reach the glove. Alright, more dark rooms. Get used to them. Now we have to get past some dyers here in the dark. There's 2 red ones that you can't see. They're going to throw stuff at me. And I go ahead and damage boost here because this guy likes to knock you into that pit. So we grab the medicine bottle, start over again. If you're able to break these 2 boulders, that one up there and this one, without wasting any frames at all, you can avoid this encounter, but it's really just a crapshoot. So the last time we paused the game, we were hovering over jump, so we've already got the jump spell queued, so we can just cast it immediately. I'm going to pause the game to queue up spells pretty frequently. So here we don't immediately up A because we're in the right town already. We need to go get the fairy spell. Alright, so we queued up Fairy before we restarted that time, so that we can just use it immediately when we enter this cave, and that'll be the last errand we need to do before moving on. We have to collect some magic bottles along the way, because according to the route, we need to have a certain amount of magic just to get through Palace 7. So we grab the magic container. We're going to get 2 more magic containers before this thing's over. Alright, now it's time for things to get really interesting. Remember that double frame perfect glitch that we got out of the way in the first 37 seconds? Well, we're over 8 minutes into this thing, and now we have to do it again. And this time I don't have the benefit of just restarting when I get it wrong. So to reset the room, I have to go into that cabin and come back out and try again. Every failure is a 10-second time loss. I think this is the reason people hate doing this run. That's why I hate this category. If I had known what I was getting myself into, who knows. But you really have to get both of these on the very first try to get your best time. So I finally get it again. Like, it's basically a small miracle anytime you get it. Alright, so I just entered that door. I just entered that door again. What just happened there? Well, there's an invisible door I just went into. So entering this door 5 times enables a couple of things. Something called scroll lock. You'll see what scroll lock is in just a minute. So I'm going to walk off the screen to the left. The screen didn't scroll lock. It could explain the glitch better if I knew much about it, but basically it's some combination of memory corruption and like it doesn't know where Link's position is exactly, so a lot of things get really screwy from here on out. The graphics are going to get weird and all the exits are going to be wrong. So I'm going to walk to the left. Wait, why did that do that? Well, I don't know exactly. But, yep, okay, we just jumped over an invisible lava pit, by the way. So we're just traveling through memory, kinda. We're mostly in Palace 2 here. We're gonna see a little bit of Palace 1, but you won't know the difference. And look, there's a glove. We'll take it. And everything I'm doing is to, like, looks like I'm just lost, walking back and forth, but you have to do that to change the exits. Basically, if you move in a direction, you'll go out a certain exit. But if you are able to scroll the screen to the right some first, and you leave it to the left, it'll be a totally different exit. And if you do it wrong, you usually end up like in a wall somewhere, or a totally different area of the game. So now we're just going to travel through all these glitchy areas until we reach Palace 7. It's essentially what's going on. And these rooms suck because you need to make sure you scroll the screen only just enough. Like, not too far, not too little, so I'm trying to make sure I move to the right enough. And of course we do have to do some things on the way to Palace 7, like here is another medicine, or what is this, a magic container. And as luck would have it, here's another one. So now we've got all the magic containers we're going to get, but our magic is only level 3. We're going to have to boost that to level 5 because we have to be able to cast several spells on one magic meter to get through Palace 7, basically. Where did we get all that experience? Wait, aren't we wildly underleveled? Yes, we are. But this map right here that it just put us on gives us good encounters here in the forest with the little blobs, not the big ones. We want the little ones. So we're going to kill these guys. These are orange Lizalfoses. They take 11 hits. And they will basically kill you in 2 hits. So we're going to get magic. Almost going to get magic 5, I guess. We're going to get basically 500 experience points short because we're going to pick up a 500 bag after we're done killing them. A little bit of pause buffering to make sure we don't run into the wrong encounter. The reason I'm traveling down here is because there's another 500 point bag down there. Yeah, battling these guys is not as easy as it looks, and that spider got me. I didn't really prepare for him catching up to me like that, but whatever. Okay, so there's a tile here where we can just pick up a 500 point bag. And whoops, I just bought life 3. I don't know how that happened, but that really sucks. That means I have to kill an extra orange Lizalfos to make up for it. So here's the thing about this run. This run is my best time so far, but it's kind of sucky still. But the run has a lot of character, that's the thing. Like, it kind of shows just how brutal this category is. Like, a whole lot of stuff can go wrong. And we're not even done showing everything that can go wrong. I told you earlier, if you go in the wrong way, if you enter the room wrong or don't scroll the room properly, you get stuck. So we're going to see that later too. Back there he just dropped a red magic container, or red jar, whatever. Every 6th big enemy you kill could either drop a point bag or a red jar, and unfortunately I got the red jar. I really wanted him to drop a point bag, so that means I have to kill even more of these guys. Well, this is actually the last one, thankfully, because there's a 500 point bag in this cave that we have to go into anyway. We're going right back into the cave we came out of, but of course it's not the same location, wouldn't you know it? Yep, invisible enemies and invisible platforms. This is pretty nightmarish. So we grab this fairy and fly over this fireball throwing enemy that we can't even see. I don't think I can even damage the guy. Alright, so suddenly we're right outside Palace 7. How convenient. We fly over this guy that will kill me in 1 hit. Well, he didn't because I bought life 3 on accident, so score 1 for the good guys. Alright, so this is the only place in the game where you can up A and death warp and still end up. See, I just hesitated right there. That's gonna prove to be a mistake. Like, it just put me backwards, and watch where I am now. I'm in a freaking wall. So, again, I have to up A, and this is the only place in the game where if you up A, you end up in the same place you were, not at the starting location, so that's nice, I guess. So here's the proper way to go to not get stuck in a wall. Pretty easy going at the beginning. I don't know how I screwed up and got stuck in that wall, but you know what? I'm not even mad. I got to show that. Just if you make one false move, the game is essentially over. So goes without saying that just about everything in here is pretty lethal. Like 2 hits from these guys is usually death, but with life 3 it's going to be a 3rd hit. I'm not going to get hit by them again. I'm just going to take it kind of easy. Oh, that guy just spawned right behind me. That's fun. Fly over the spicy chicken because I don't know how you get past him otherwise. Alright, this is what is affectionately known as the worst room in the game. So what you just saw me do is actually like a nearly frame perfect jump attack that lets you go higher than you're supposed to go when you break the blocks. Yeah, this guy sucks. This is why it's the worst room in the game. You have to get past him and do this nearly frame perfect jump attack to get it. Inserts you higher up than you're supposed to go into these blocks, and it's basically the only way to get past this blue bird knight safely. So thankfully he lays off just a little bit. I have trouble breaking the blocks. I don't know. It's just a hard game. So here we travel through some more glitchy areas. Ferry over another spicy chicken. Ouch. Well, life 3 just saved me again, so right now I'm not even feeling that bad about purchasing that. So basically we're home free. Like, there's nothing, just as long as I don't fall into the lava, it'll... No, actually that was intentional, because we have to refill our magic meter, so... The rest of this is just basically execution, thankfully. So this is what it was all for. We needed all this magic so that we could cast Jump and then queue up Fairy. We're going to cast Fairy off screen so that we fall upwards. Basically it brings us down a level. We're going to queue up Fairy again and Jump and Fairy off the screen so we can fall through the floor again. Basically, we just bypassed the Thunderbird, which we could not possibly beat, and skipped our way over here into Dark Link, who we can beat. Just stand in the corner and attack, just like you did when you were a kid. Time stops as soon as Link stops. Whew, so this is not the best I can do, far from it. You saw earlier that my splits basically added up to 19 minutes and some change. Well, this run is so hard that I can't even put together that many perfect segments in a row. There's just always going to be mistakes, there's RNG, there's multiple double frame perfect glitches. You can die in like the 19th minute of this run because of the blue bird knight. This run is hell. And I don't think I'm going to keep doing it to actually go for the sub 20, because if I got everything down in one run correctly, it would be sub 20, but I'm done. I have had enough of this game. Or at least this category. I might do a different category where it doesn't have so many glitches and frame perfect glitches, and I don't know. But that's it for this commentary. Enjoy the fantastic credits like NES games are known for, and we'll see you on the next one.